Alright, so I recently got FSD version 10.69.2, and this will be sort of the second and third drive I've done so far with it on. So I'm here to give you sort of my first impressions, what I think about it so far, and do I think it has gotten better. And I think one of the big questions is, do I think it's worth the 3K more price tag? Because for you guys that didn't know, FSD used to cost 12K, but now it costs 15K. And Elon says the reason for that is because of this update. It's supposed to be that much better, where it justifies the 3K price increase. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, right off the bat, we did a good job waiting our turn, and we're off. It's a little bright, gotta get my sunglasses on. Okay, so I'm currently driving through Balboa Park, and then we'll hit Petco Stadium. I don't want to go straight to Petco because looking at the directions, it'll just take me on the freeway and exit right off of Petco. So yeah, I want the drive to be a little bit more challenging, so I put it to go to the park first. I think right off the bat, it does feel like the car has gotten better or smoother at like stopping and going. It's not as jerky as before. Oh, there's this new creep indicator that they added. So before, it would just say cars creeping forward, and you would see the visuals of the car creeping forward. But now I think they added like this little light blue screen to show you how far it's gonna go forward to look. Okay, that was a pretty good unprotected left turn. And this is doing pretty good. We're just in a neighborhood, but there's no painted line, so I think it's doing a pretty good job of keeping center. I do remember in the older versions it had issues of finding where it needs to be if there's no center line. And here is a roundabout. Okay, a little jerky. It kind of stopped, but it made its way out. That wasn't as smooth as I'd wanted, but let's see how it handles any other roundabouts we might run into. Yeah, it's doing a pretty good job of creating that imaginary middle line. I'll say that's actually a big improvement. When I was in Vegas, a lot of the lines weren't painted, so the car would just like sort of swerve left and right, trying to figure out where it should be. But here, it just did it pretty smoothly. Okay, again, did a great job of waiting its turn and going when needed. Wow, the stopping is just so much smoother. It feels like something I would do myself. Because before, it would be a bit aggressive. It would like speed up to a stop sign and then like regen brake pretty hard. Okay, again, did a good job waiting its turn and let that person cross the road, so that's pretty impressive. executed that turn good. This is a three-way stop sign, so a little different than the regular four-way. Okay, it's waiting for its car to go instead of just going to the right and passing it. Don't know why we're stopping here. That was weird. I wonder why. Was it because of that stop sign that confused it, or? I'm not sure why it stopped. Okay, well, let's stop here. We have this irregular stop sign. You know, not like on a pole, just sort of waiting there. Alright. Honestly, it's doing pretty good so far. Especially with these like unpainted roads and construction going on, it's doing a really good job. I'll say a lot better than it has in the past. Here you have the spiker coming up, so let's see what the car does. It just sort of did an aggressive stop, and it's okay. It moved to the left lane to avoid the biker, but it did edge me into the oncoming lane, which was a bit scary. Like more than I would normally do. So. Okay, his speed bump. Not slow down. I had to slow down for that. That is not cool. Okay, just taking over because I don't want to go through that gate. And I'll just get rid of the local center and we'll go straight to Petco. Perfect. It knew that the cars, we had to wait for the other cars, just sort of went. Yeah, the other improvement I'm noticing is that it's doing a really good job of figuring out its turn and stop sign and sort of not hesitating. Before it would stop, wait for a minute, really think about like who's going next, and then proceed. But now it seems more natural, as if a normal person were driving it. So that's pretty good. Here it's going pretty slow. Speed limit is 20. It's going 25 right now, so that makes sense. But it doesn't feel like it's going with like the normal flow of traffic. Here's San Diego Zoo. Well, this is gonna be interesting because I have to make a left turn, and there's a car in front of us that are making also left turn. So we're gonna have that sort of cross section, and I kind of wonder how the car will do. I'll be extra attentive because I don't want to hit anything, but let's see how it goes. The Kia. Is that electric car? Yes, it is. This is a long light. Okay, that's green. Just go forward. Okay, so that was okay, but it wasn't great. Spent too much time just sort of hanging in the middle when it could have went. But I would say I did a pretty good job of having all those cars coming in. So, because we had cars coming straight out of us and cars like merging into that straight lane in order to get across, and the car noticed that and didn't like crash into it. So. Okay, this car wants to make a right turn, but decided to go straight. And Tesla didn't wrap into it, so that's good. What is it doing? Okay, that was a bit weird. It wants to change lanes, but it braked pretty aggressively before doing so. And there are no cars in front of us, so I don't know why I did that. A bit dangerous because there were cars behind us. So that could have caused someone to, potentially hit us. I would say that was like the first phantom braking I've experienced so far with this new FSD version update. I wonder if I can handle drive-thrus now. I'll have to test that out later. Drop a comment on which drive-thru I should go to see if FSD works. Okay, this is not good. Just trying to go through the bike lane. Alright, mistake number 2, you can't drive through the bike lane. Let's see if it can redeem itself. Oh, a little chaotic downtown right now. So I took over just because this person crossed the street and there's a siren going off, so I didn't want the car to mess up. Okay, you don't see that every day. Definitely need a sketchier part of Gaslamp downtown. No hesitation. As soon as the lights turn green, the car goes. It's pretty good. Okay, I think there it was just trying to get around the car, so it kind of swerved into the right lane in order to do that. Which is what a normal driver would do, so that's good to see. Don't know why it's not going. Maybe it's... Oh, stopping for people here. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, well, I'll take over. And there we go. Made it to Petco Stadium. So far, the ride was smooth. It did get a little rocky towards the end when there's more people walking around and just being in the downtown area, but not too bad. Okay, let this person go. Some of the noticeable improvements is the how the car stops and goes. It's a lot smoother than it was before. That's the first thing I've noticed. The second thing I've noticed is that it's gotten a lot better at knowing its turn at the stop sign. And the third noticeable thing is roundabouts. Just sort of handled it a lot better than before. Alright, so that sort of gives my first impressions of the FSD 10.69.2, and I'm just gonna go and head back home now. As always, thank you for watching and subscribe for more FSD content.